In episode 1.1, we entered Mandala 1 through Agni, the flame as a bridge. Not destruction, but a quiet offering. A simple start, a steady mind. Today we meet the next doorway, Indra. Indra is often remembered as power, as thunder, as victory. But in the Rig Veda, Indra can feel like something even closer than a story. He feels like a force inside life itself. The moment you decide, I will not fall apart. I will stand up again. Because strength isn't only in battlefields. Strength is also in the inner fight. When anger wants to take control. When the mind runs wild. Indra is that inner thunder. Not noise, but resolve. In many hymns, Indra is praised as the one who breaks through, the one who clears a path, the one who defeats what blocks life. And you can hear why that matters to beginners. Because the spiritual path isn't always calm. Sometimes it asks for courage. Sometimes it asks for backbone. So let's understand Indra in a simple way. Indra is inner strength and self-control. It's what helps you stay steady when emotions rise, when anger rises, when doubt gets loud, when judgment comes too fast. Indra is the part of you that pauses before you speak, that listens before it reacts, that asks the right question before it assumes. And then, when needed, Indra becomes firm. Not an impulsive reaction, clear action. It protects what's true inside you. And it says, this fear will not be my king. This pain will not write my whole story. And this doesn't mean aggression. It doesn't mean ego. It doesn't mean proving you're strong. Real Indra energy is quieter than that. It means discipline. It means courage. It means choosing the next right step. And that's why Indra becomes a doorway in Mandala 1. Because after the offering of Agni, life still happens. You still face obstacles. You still get hit. You still feel weak some days. So the Veda gives you a second teaching. Yes, offer. And also, rise. Think of thunder for a moment. Thunder is not the lightning. Thunder is what follows. It's the sound that says something has moved in the sky. In the same way, inner thunder is what follows a decision. I will move. I will change. I will try again. Even if your voice shakes, even if you don't feel ready, even if your prayer is short and messy. Indra is not asking you to be perfect. He's asking you to be upright. So what does this look like in everyday life? It looks like the courage to have the difficult conversation. It looks like the strength to say no. It looks like the discipline to do the next right thing, even when the mind screams. And it also looks like protection, because in many hymns, Indra is praised as the one who protects, not just from outer danger, but from inner collapse, from hopelessness, from the feeling of, I can't. So here's a simple practice you can try, beginner-friendly, at home. Sit for 1 minute in silence. No big ritual, no long chanting, just 1 minute. And then speak one line, like a vow. Not dramatic, not loud, just honest. Give me strength to do what is right. Give me courage to begin again. Help me stand up when I feel weak. Then pause and feel what happens inside the chest, even if it's small, even if it's subtle. Because courage often arrives like that, not as a roar, as a steadying, as a spine, as a quiet yes. And here's the deeper lesson. Agni teaches, begin with offering. Indra teaches, continue with courage. One steadies the mind, the other steadies the will. One carries your prayer upward, the other lifts you upward. So if life hits hard and you're listening to this feeling tired, remember this. You don't have to be fearless to be strong. You just have to rise one more time than you fall. That is Indra. And that is why this doorway matters. In the next episode, we'll continue deeper into Mandala 1 and meet another presence that changes the way we see the world. For now, hold one simple line in your heart. When you can't control the storm, become steady enough to walk through it.